and marriage. Okay, women, relationship, self-esteem, and marriage. So please start typing any relationship questions that you have for me. Okay, please start typing so that we can just make this a question and answer, and maybe we'll just reschedule, you know, the live, because it doesn't seem to be working. So please start typing your relationship and dating questions for me. Okay, your relationship and dating questions. So let's just make this a Q&A. Please start typing your relationship and dating questions for me. Okay. So yeah, let's make this a Q&A, because okay, all right, so let's see, the questions are coming already. Okay, let's see. I think what we should actually do is, can you type your question in the question bubble? Because the questions are coming in. There's a lot of them coming in, and I may miss them as they're going. So, how can you make our relationship work? What do you mean by that? What do you mean by how can I make? What do you mean by how can I make your relationship work? Inspiration with Linda. Can you type that question again, because it's not very clear? Okay. The next question is, how do you go from dating to a relationship? Well, that's a very easy question. How do you go from dating to a relationship? You are going to sit back and let the man prove himself to you. Okay, that's the way you're going to go from dating to a relationship. You're going to give it time. You're going to see if the man is consistent. Is he planning the dates? Are you getting to see him quite often? Is he calling and texting you? Is he planning the dates? Are you feeling more and more convinced that you're a priority in his life? Is the relationship is the dating progressing? Do you feel like, you know, he plans dates consistently? He calls and texts you every day? Do you feel like the relationship is growing? Okay, so week by week, month by month, and then depending on how old you both are or how fast the relationship is going, usually by maybe 6 weeks or so, or 2 months, the guy will ask you, he should ask you that he wants to be your boyfriend. He wants you guys to be exclusive. He wants you to only date each other. Let's say you met on an online dating platform. You should both discuss how you're going to close down your platforms and how you're going to see each other exclusively. So that's how it goes. You know, he'll be consistent. He'll make you a priority. He'll be planning the dates. He'll be following up with you. He'll be calling and texting you. You'll be feeling loved and cared for and adored by him. You know, somewhere around several weeks, like 6 weeks to 2 months, he will ask you to be exclusive. And then, you know, you're in an exclusive relationship, and then you still keep dating each other, seeing each other, and it will progress and progress and progress. And somewhere between 12 to 24 months, he should ask you to marry him if you're both interested in marriage. That's how you go from dating to a relationship. You have to let the guy prove himself, and you have to let him ask you if, you know, if ask you to be exclusive. But you also don't want to waste your time. So if it's a guy that is not consistent, you know, he blows hot and cold, you'll see him this week and then he'll disappear. You don't hear from him for another 2 or 3 weeks. You know, you're not sure what's going on, you're confused. Then don't waste your time with men like that. Okay. Do I believe in spiritual husbands? What does that mean? I don't even know what you mean by that. What I've never heard that term before. Spiritual husband, meaning what? A husband that was picked for you by God? I mean, yes, if you are a Christian, or you're a Muslim, you're a woman of faith, you should of course believe that God is going to pick your husband for you. So if that's what you're asking me for, that do I believe in spiritual husbands? Absolutely. If you're a woman of faith, you have to have faith that God will help. As long as you are loving yourself, you're doing your part to elevate yourself, to make yourself that wonderful woman that a wonderful man will want to be with, right? Then you have to have faith that God will bring you the husband that he handpicks for you. If that's what you mean by spiritual husband, then I believe in it. But if spiritual husband is something else, I don't know what that means. Okay? So there's another question. So there's this guy I love so much, but he treats me like an option. Ever since he had an idea, I once had an affair with an elderly man. I don't know what to do. Okay, wait. So, Zina Black, were you in a relationship with this man, and then you had an affair with an elderly man, and then the boyfriend that you're with started to treat you like an option? Is that what you're telling me? If that's the case, what do you expect? You know, I don't want to jump to conclusions, but tell me, is that what you mean? You were in a relationship with a man, and then you went off and had an affair with an elderly man, and then your boyfriend is now treating you as an option, but you still love him. What do you expect? You think you can just go off and have an affair with someone, and then your boyfriend will still sit down there and still treat you well? That's not how it goes. You cannot have your cake and eat it too. Okay? Okay. So, do you believe spiritual husband can make a man believe? I don't understand that question. I still don't understand this concept of spiritual husband. I don't know what it means. Do you think married women should pay bills? Of course. Why shouldn't you pay bills? If you're a married woman who has a job, if you have a job, you are working, your husband is working, you're both working. Why shouldn't you pay bills? Of course you should pay bills. Marriage is a partnership, okay? Ladies, wake up. Marriage is a partnership. Marriage, you're not marrying a bank, okay? You have to bring some value to the marriage. You have to bring something to the marriage, okay? So if you are a woman who has a job and you're earning money, again, this is, you know, it depends on how much are you earning, how much is your husband earning. Obviously, if you're earning $1 and your husband is earning $10, then he'll pay most of the bills. But if you are both financially productive, of course you should pay bills. Why shouldn't you pay bills? It's a partnership. You have to help your husband. You help each other. You pay some bills, he pays some bills. You cook sometimes, he cooks sometimes. You clean sometimes, he cleans sometimes. You both take care of the kids, you both take care of the house. Marriage is a partnership. Men are not our banks. As long as you have a man who is loving you, who is loyal to you, who respects you, you know, who makes you feel loved and adored, who's responsible for the kids, who is not cheating on you, a man, you know, a man of value, a high quality man, of course you should pay bills. Why shouldn't you pay bills? there's no rule in the Bible that says that married women should not pay bills. What are you working for? So you want your husband to pay all the bills, but you want to keep your money to yourself? No, that's selfishness. You don't do that. How can a lady balance family, work, and self-care? And Amaka, I'm still waiting. Oh, Amaka, if you're on here, I'm still waiting. You can come on anytime because there's a lot of questions here. So Amaka, please, yeah. Amaka, if you're still on there, please call. Let me even try and bring her back on. Amaka, we can still do this. I still want you to come on. So don't give up, okay? The devil is a liar. The devil is a liar. So let me see. Where's the next question? Where is the next question? Do you think a married woman would consider to be pregnant while they're at the age of 45 years of age and need to lose weight? Please advise. Do you think a married woman would consider to be pregnant while they're at the age of 45 years of age and need to lose? I don't understand the question, but if you're asking whether a woman, Amaka, can you see me now?
No, I can't.
Still can't? Oh,
No.
oh my goodness. Yeah. So everybody, can you see me and can you see Amaka? So I'm just making it a question and answer session now. Can you see all the questions, Amaka?
Yes, I can.
You can. Okay, audience, can you see me and can you see Amaka? If you can see both of us, then we just carry on. So the question I have here now is, do you think a married woman would consider to be pregnant while they're at the age of 45 years of age and they need to lose weight? So, as long as you're still having a period, you can get pregnant. Okay? If you're still having a regular period, you can get pregnant. If it's your desire to get pregnant, go and see your doctor. Okay? Go and see your doctor and tell your doctor that you would like to get pregnant. And if you're trying to lose weight, then you need to, sign up with some kind of weight loss coach like myself, because I do weight loss coaching as well. So if you want to lose weight and you feel like because you're overweight is preventing you from getting pregnant, sign up for my weight loss coaching and I'll help you with weight loss. But absolutely, if you're 45 and you're still having a period, you can get pregnant. Absolutely. Amaka, do you know who a spiritual husband is? Somebody is asking me about spiritual husband. I don't know what it means.
Okay, there's this belief here that a spiritual husband is, okay, let me say, that man you always see in your dream. It's more of a spiritual thing. Africa now, we believe in spiritual things. Like that man that you always see in your dream, that man that you don't know but he's always following you. Maybe someone you are sleeping with, he's always having sex with you in the dream. Something like that. I
Okay.
I don't.
I've never dreamt about any man. Even when I was single, I never dreamt about any man or ever had sex with any man in my dreams. So I'm not. I think that is. I don't want to be rude, but I feel like that's a little bit delusional. I think that's. I think it's delusional, and I think maybe it's a mental health issue that needs to be addressed. Honestly, I feel that's probably women who are getting so frustrated about the idea of meeting a man and they're not being successful, and they're, somehow mentally in their minds, they're meeting this man that doesn't exist. I think that is, if that is you, I'm a Christian and I believe in many spiritual things, but I believe in spiritual things that make sense. But if that's what you're going through, I think you should try to go and see a psychiatrist or a mental health specialist, because that is not normal. Amaka, what do you say to that?
Well, I feel it's delusional too because I don't really believe in spiritual husband. I don't really believe in spiritual husband. I don't.
Yeah, I don't, because
Even
somebody's
well,
asking me another question.
I'll just say, well, everyone has their own belief, and if she's like feel like she has a spiritual husband, I think she should pray or go see her pastor or something like that. But to me, I don't really believe in spiritual husband.
Yeah, I don't, but a spiritual husband, but the husband is not next to you. It's just in your dreams. I feel like that's more like hallucination, you know? Yeah, and then somebody's asking, do you believe spiritual husband can make a man cheat in marriage?
Hmm.
What does she mean by that
Think
question,
spiritual
Amanda? Do you
husband.
believe a spiritual husband can make a man cheat in marriage? But the spiritual husband is for a woman, though.
No, I don't believe that. The man that wants to cheat will cheat. Spiritual husband or not. Okay, let's say there is a spiritual husband. How is he making the man cheat? I don't I don't think a spiritual husband can make a man cheat.
This
If it exists, yes.
Okay, so I guess I'm going to have to do a reel about this spiritual husband, because I've never heard it before. This is the first time I'm hearing it, and I think that I'm probably going to need to talk to. I wish let me see if I can even tag Dr. Adeyemi if she can join. Talk mental health. I
Okay.
forget what her handle is though. At Talk Mental. I think it's at talkmental.health. Ooh, I don't remember. Hopefully she'll join this live. I don't remember her handle, but she's a Nigerian psychiatrist. She may be able to help us with what's going on here. Okay, let's see. Do you, is it right to be in a relationship that your friend can stay 2 or 3 days without calling or sending
without calling
messages?
you.
Is it right to be in a relationship that your friend can stay 2 or 3 days without calling or sending message? Does she mean that can you have a boyfriend where it's a relationship but he's not sending messages for 2 or 3 days? What's
Wow,
your answer,
that's not a
Amaka?
relationship. That's not a relationship. That is not a relationship. I don't think that any man that loves you or any man you're in a relationship with can stay a day. Okay, let's just say he's busy. You can at least drop a message. You can at least send you a text. But going 2 to 3 days without calling you guys are just playing. You guys don't know what you're doing. It's not a relationship. It's not
Very good.
a relationship.
I concur, and it's the same thing. I say it all the time. In fact, the reel I posted just before this, I said it to women. I said, a man has to be the one chasing. A man who wants you in his life. You women, I'm telling you, you haven't met the man that really, really wants you in his life. If a man wants you in his life, you will
Seriously.
have no doubt. Okay, no doubt at all, because he'll be calling, not in a way that it's obsessive though, not
True.
love bombing, but he will check in on you. He will call and text you every day. So if this man is not consistent, um yeah, everybody says they can see us both, but Amaka, you still cannot see me.
I can't, but I'm okay. I'm okay if it's like this. I don't have any
When
issue. I can see myself though.
Yeah, okay. So let's carry on. They said they can, yeah, okay. So where's the next question? Here. I'm 41 and single. Am I missing out in life? Is there any chance to meet a man of value? Amaka, what do you say?
Um, Mama, I think you answered that because I don't know. Um, I'll just say everyone has their own time, and the least we can do is just to pray that we'll meet our own person regardless. Even if you are 40, you are in your 50s, everyone have their own time. And sometimes marriage is not for everybody. I don't know. A lot of people don't want to hear that. A lot of people want you to give them hope. But I just believe everyone has their own time. And why I said you you be in the best position to give this person your answer is because I think you've been there before, you've shared your story with us, and you've like given us um, positive real life stories about you. No matter your age, no matter the time, the one for you to come. As long as you wait, you cannot wait that long and then you settle for less. You can't wait that long and you settle for less. So any age, in your 50s, in your 60s, there's always someone for you. And if that person does not come, enjoy your life. Enjoy your life. That's all I can say.
Amaka is so wise. Amaka, you're what, 25 or 26?
I'm 25.
Amaka is 25 and she's a ball of wisdom. She is so wise. I know she's going to do so much in this world. She's going to change so many lives. She's going to do so much in this world because she's so wise at her age. So, Amaka answered the question for you. Na Kupinda, I understand how you feel. I empathize with you that at 41, you feel like you're still single. Are you missing out in life? You are not missing out in life. Let me tell you, the only thing that if a woman doesn't do will make her miss out in life, let me tell you now, it is not marriage. It is not having children. If you miss out on fulfilling your purpose, if you miss out on fulfilling that God-given assignment, then yes, you have missed out in life. But if you miss out on marriage, that's fine. Like Amaka said, some people were never meant to get married. If you miss out on having kids, that's fine. But let me ask you something, Cupinda. You're 41. I'm asking you this question. Are you living out your purpose every day? Because do you know that God may be waiting for you to actually start living your purpose, using your gifts and talents that He gave you to fulfill your assignments in this world before He brings you your life partner? Do you believe that? I believe that so strongly, so strongly with my heart, that once we start becoming obedient to God and we're fulfilling our purpose, we're changing lives, we're fulfilling our life-given assignments, before you know it, this man will show up. It's even in the middle of you fulfilling your assignments and doing God's work that this man will show up. So rather than fixating on, I'm still single, what I want you to fixate on is your purpose. Why are you still alive today? You're not, the reason you're alive today is not so you can get married. Don't get it wrong. Every woman, I hope you're all listening. If you're still alive today and you're watching this live or you're watching the replay, the reason you are alive is not so you can get married or so you can have kids or so you can be a good wife or so you can be a good mother or good. No, the reason you're still alive is because God still has work for you to do in this world. So that's what I want you to start focusing on. And you'll come back and give me the testimony that, Dr. Iyabo, remember that day you told me I started focusing on my purpose. I started focusing on the meaning of my life. And I met a wonderful man in the middle of that. And we're now married. I'm telling you, I'm declaring that for you because I know that's what's going to happen for you. Okay? So let's move on. Next question. Oh, question bubble. Okay. Amaka, the next question for you is it advisable to date a guy who treats you well, but is still struggling financially?
Is it what?
Is it advisable for you to date a guy who treats you well, but he's struggling financially?
Well, I'll say I don't think there's any issue with that. I don't think there's a problem with that. Someone that is still struggling financially. Are you making your own money, or you're looking for someone to take you out of poverty? Is that what you're looking for, or are you looking for a good man, a man that will treat you well? You should ask yourself these questions. Do I need a man that will treat me, or am I looking for someone that has money? What exactly are you looking for? You should be focusing on a man that treats you well, right? As long as he's not lazy, as long as he's struggling, he's going out every day looking for what to do, looking for what to make out of his life, I think he's he's okay. It's okay dating him. I don't really believe in, okay, he's struggling. Like, you are going to leave a man because he's struggling. What are you doing to make your own self better? Are you working towards improving yourself? You saying you can't date a man that is struggling. It's your reasons are valid though, because so many men are always laid back. But as long as he's trying his best, as long as he's going out every day to look for what to do, as long as he can pay his rent, as long as he can feed himself, I think you should work towards it. Work towards the relationship. You don't just give up on people like that. That is all I can say. But if he's not making any efforts, if he's lazy every morning, he's on his bed sleeping, pressing his phone and all that, I don't think you should give that kind of a man chance. The kind of man you can give a chance is a man that is trying so hard to make something out of himself. So leaving him, what if you get married tomorrow to a rich man, and something happens and he's not doing well
anymore. Are you going to leave him? I don't know. So that answer is for you. Are you going to leave him because he's not doing well anymore? You should be focusing on yourself as a woman. Let me make something out of myself. The man I'm going to get married to, he should work for himself too. We'll meet halfway. I don't know. That's all I have to say, Mama.
Amaka, 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 Amaka. You are so wise. Amaka has answered your question. That's it. What is the definition of he's struggling financially? First of all, what is that definition? Because a man that I feel is struggling financially may not be a man that, so for you, what are your expectations? Like Amaka asked you, what money is enough? You know, what amount of money is enough? Do you want somebody who's earning $1 million, $100,000, or $50,000? As Amaka said, as long as he's not lazy, he's not sleeping in bed, texting all day, or playing on video games, or just lazy, then that's a different thing. But if he's a man who's trying his best, remember that life is not static, women. Life is not static. You could be the one making more money than him today, but if he's a man who loves you, adores you, cherishes you, he respects you, he's not a cheater, he's just a good man, that is priceless. Okay, ladies, listen to me. Money is not everything that matters in a marriage, as long as you have a hardworking man. But you could have a situation where you are earning 6 figures, he's earning 5 figures, but this man is a confident man. He adores you, he loves you, he takes care of the children, he helps cook, he helps clean, he takes care of his self-care. Everything else is check, 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 check. But he just doesn't make as much money as you. It's fine. Money is not everything. Marriage is a partnership, and nobody knows tomorrow, because this same man could be the one that tomorrow may land some big deal that makes him become a millionaire. So ladies, stop putting so much energy and emphasis on money. Money. Men are not banks, like I say all the time. Okay? A man who treats you well, who's hardworking, who's trying his best to make it financially, he's a rare gem. Don't let him go. Next question. If marriage is not for everyone, is it a sin to have kids on your own if marriage is not happening? Amaka.
Well, I would say it's okay to have kids if marriage is not happening. But I remember what you told us, Mama, that you cannot raise a child alone, be it a boy or be it a girl. If you are thinking of bearing children without marriage, or maybe marriage is not coming anytime soon, and maybe you need people around you like kids, you should have mother figures, father figures in the life of your children.
Can you guys hear me? Because I cannot hear Amaka anymore. Let me see.
Marriage, that marriage, a lot of people say this, and
Amaka, I couldn't hear you anymore, but let me see if I can hear you now. Can you start again? Me? Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Okay, you asked a question. You said, is it okay to have kids even without marriage, right?
Yes.
Okay. I said it's okay to have kids without marriage, but it's a very big decision. If you want to make a decision like that, you have to think a lot about it. But it's very okay. But having kids without marriage, you need mother and father figures in their life, because you cannot raise children alone. Be it a man or a woman, you can't raise kids alone. You need to have somebody that they look up to, not just you. You need to have a man that they look up to. You need to have a woman that they look up to. Especially when it's boys, they need to have father figures in their life. You see, men, you cannot raise as a woman, you can't raise a man alone. You can't. You cannot raise a man alone. You need to have maybe your dad, your pastor, your uncle, your brothers, someone that you know that this person knows what it means to be a man. I didn't say a boy, you said a man. So that when your child grows up tomorrow, they will not have issues in their marriages, maybe from the effects of bringing them up single-handedly. Because so many single mothers, I will not say all, oh, I don't want to say all because a lot of people brought up their sons well, but so many single mothers, their sons have issues.
Yes.
I don't know if they call it daddy issues or mommy issues. They have
Yes.
they have issues in their marriages. You see a man acting like a boy. You always want your wife to do everything for you. You can't do things on your own. As long as you are bringing money, nothing else matters to you. So it's okay to have children without marriage, but they should have figures like father and mother figures in their life. You can't bring up children alone. You can't even do it alone because you you are you are creating a bomb in the future. You can't do it alone.
That's it. So you answered it. I think that when women say they want to have children alone, they're only thinking of themselves. It becomes more of a self-centered, selfish kind of achievement. They just want children of their own. They don't think about the consequences of how that child is going to result. So what's going to happen to those kids you're having, to their grandkids, to their great grandkids, because we have this epidemic and pandemic of fatherlessness. So if you're having kids on your own, do you have a father figure out there who can mentor this child from when he's born until, he's even an adult, because we always need mentors. So that's what you have to consider, that it's not just about you fulfilling your dream of having kids, but are you going to give those kids a good life, and what's going to happen to your generations, generation after generation? And as you were talking, I was scrolling through, and lots of women were helping. There's a sound in your background, Amaka. What's that sound?
Okay, sorry, excuse me. Can you turn off this fan?
So I was reading the comments. Amaka, you can go and take care of that. I was reading the comments, and women, thank you very much for adding advice for the 41-year-old who said that she's still single and she still wants to get married. People were suggesting that, is she using dating apps? Is she going out? And that is true. Women will say they can't meet men, but they are sitting inside their house. I always tell you, the man is not going to burglarize your house and come and give you a ring inside your house. You guys know me that my mouth is blunt, okay? You need to get dressed. Look at me. I got dressed today just to come and do this live. And I'm a married woman, okay? So if you're a single woman, you should be getting dressed every day, going out of your house, taking a walk, going to the coffee shop, going to museums, going to shows, all sorts of things. And you should be on at least a minimum of 3 dating apps. A minimum of 3 dating apps. There are many, many men out there that are also looking for you. So women, thank you for adding things on this. So what's the difference between, I'm going to take this one real quick, Amaka. What's the difference between compromise and settling for less in a marriage? I love that question. So again, what's the difference between compromise and settling for less? Okay, very, very simple. If you feel that you are shrinking yourself, you are reducing your own value, you are reducing your gifts and talents, you're reducing the fullest expression of who you are meant to be, then you're settling for less. Okay? Marriage, listen to me, women. If you don't hear anything that I've said, Amaka has said a lot of things, but I'm talking about myself. If you don't hear anything else that I say for the rest of this life, listen to me. Marriage is meant to make you a better person. If you're already a wonderful, fantastic, magnificent woman right now while you're single, when you get married, you want to multiply that by 20. Okay? Marriage should make you see how my face is shining. You see how my face is glowing. Eh? So that's what marriage has done to me. So when you get married to a good man, okay, your life should be good. Your life purpose should be elevating. You should be happy, peaceful. You should have a partner that you feel like, come rain, come sunshine, in the good, the bad, the ugly, life's ups, life's downs, he's there for you. You want to start a business, he supports you. You want to go live and talk to women, he supports you. You know, if you're already happy, and you should be, before you get married, make sure you're happy. If you're already a happy woman, after you get married, multiply that by 1,000. That's what marriage was created for. Marriage was not created to be some place where you now start, dampening yourself and shrinking yourself and compromising. No. Okay? So you can still be the best version of yourself, but you can still compromise. What do I mean by that? As long as you're not compromising your values and your self-worth, right? Compromising little things like little arguments or little fights, you know, little thing. Oh, you didn't wash the dishes, you didn't take the trash out, you didn't do this, you didn't, that, yeah, that's compromise. You just let it go. You stop, you love this man, you like this man, so let little things go. That's the only thing you should compromise on. But never, ever, ever compromise on your purpose, on your gifts, on your career, on the fullest expression of who you are. If you're in a marriage today and it's making you shrink and it's making you feel like you're hiding inside this body, you're with the wrong man. Amaka, do you want to add anything else?
You said it all, ma. You said it all. You said it all.
The
You don't
person
have to. You don't have to shrink yourself just to make someone else feel better. You should be able to, like, they should let you fly to anywhere you want to.
yeah,
You don't have to
exactly. I hope that
anybody.
that is the question you asked. Another dimension, I think maybe your question means that if you can't find everything you need in a man, can you just settle for anyone? Maybe that you may have meant that as well. And the answer is no. Okay? Don't settle. Don't settle, because it will come back to haunt you. If there are some specific things you need in a man and you cannot meet a man who has those things, be patient, because if you settle, those things will come back and haunt you big time. Next question. I'm not answering the spiritual husband questions until I bring on a psychiatrist later. Okay? I'm sorry. I'm not answering any spiritual husband question. I've never seen that in the Bible. I read the Bible, though. I'm a disciple of Jesus Christ. I'm a Christian. I love my Heavenly Father. I have not seen anything about spiritual husband inside any Bible. So women, I think many of you do need to go and see Talk Mental Health, Dr. Adeyemi, because you are hallucinating. I'm sorry to say, I read the Bible. I've never heard anything about spiritual husband. You guys are hallucinating. So anyway, you guys know me that I talk seriously, but I put some humor into it. But honestly, I'm serious now. Amaka is laughing. Amaka, they said they want you to increase your volume.
Okay.
They said you're soft spoken, so increase your volume, please. Okay, next question for you, Amaka. You know me, I shout when I'm talking. You have to start shouting. Okay. Next question. Is it okay for a husband to keep his salary information from his wife, but would always expect her to do most of the home spending on feeding and gas and fuel? Also, when she tries to complain, he gets upset.
I don't think that's right, because to me, what marriage means to me is partnership. As long as you are getting married, you should be an open book. Nothing should be hidden. If I don't think you should be getting married to someone that hides things from you. That to me, that's not marriage. Marriage is most enjoyed when there is transparency. You don't have to tell me to do this when you are not doing it. marriage to me is partnership. You cannot be hiding things from me and then you want me to like to be an open book when you are not an open book. It would cause problem between both of us. So I don't think it's right. I don't think it's right. Marriage is partnership, so you should be open to each other. That's all I can say. You should be open to each
That's
other.
it. Amaka has said it. I think both of you need to go to counseling. If your husband is keeping his salary information private from you, that's not a marriage. Yeah, that's not a marriage. There should be trust. There should not be any secrecy. And that is just not right. So I will advise you to go and get some marriage counseling so that you can iron that out, because that's not healthy at all for your marriage. Amaka, just one more request. I think there's also people talking in your background. So when you were talking, it was hard to hear you. So
Okay.
please help us beg the people to be a little bit quiet till we finish. And the next question is, please, what do I do when I'm in love with my partner and she's not reciprocating? But I'm kind of confused. Is this a man or a woman asking the question? I see a woman in the picture, but she says, please, what do I do when I'm in love with my partner and she's not reciprocating? So the person who asked that question, can you please tell us, are you the woman or the man? Before we answer that question, I need to know, are you the woman or the man, or are you in a same-sex relationship? Can you please help us understand who is the man, who is the woman, before we can answer that question properly? Next question. Also, is it okay for a husband to hide his fertility issues for 7 years of marriage, leaving his wife to go through panic and anxiety, not knowing why she cannot conceive until recently? Amaka?
Wow, that is the highest form of deceit. Wow, that's deceit, and we all know that this is Africa. Okay, let me just say this is Nigeria, and you know when there is a fertility problem, it's always on the woman. The blame is always on the woman. So to me, I'll say everyone on their own child. I don't. It's not right. It's not right because as a woman, you go through all the insults, all the blame from in-laws, from friends. Wow, it's not right. The least you can do, or just for your own sanity, I think I'll advise separation for the meantime, or maybe see a counselor, because it's a very hard pill to swallow. That you 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 guys have been having fertility issues for a very long time, and the problem is not from you but from your husband, and he didn't even tell you about it. No, that's the highest form of it.
That's a very painful one. And Amaka said it correctly. You guys have to go to a counselor. You have to go to counseling, because, that's something that it's going to be very hard for you to forgive him. And it's not something that we can actually give you all of the details here. But all I can say is that I feel for you, I empathize for you. And I pray that God will give you peace to be able to, come to terms with the deceit. But please, go and look for a very good marriage counselor, and both of you need to go there and figure this out, because it's not good. It's not okay. You said, is it okay? It's absolutely not okay. Even your enemy should not deceive you like that. Talk less of your husband. Okay, it's not okay. It's absolutely not acceptable. Next question, please. And Amaka, if you need to go, let me know at any time. Are you still good on time?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
okay. I don't even know what the time is now.
It's 2 o'clock here. I think it's what does that mean on your own end? I've forgotten. I think it's 8
After 8.
o'clock. 8, yeah. Please, what do I do when I find out that my spouse is not loving me the same way? What do you mean when you find out that he's not loving you the same way? Amaka, do you want to take that question? I don't quite understand it. Like, when you find out, did you find out that he's cheating on you, or What do you mean you found out that he's not loving you the same way? But Amaka, try and answer it.
Maybe what she's trying to say is there is there are changes, and the way he loves her is not really the same way he's doing now. I don't really get though, but all I can just say is if your man is not uh, doing the way he used to do before, I think it all boils down to you communicating with him. Communication solves a whole lot. Maybe you are just assuming and all that, but communicate with him, and if it's not working fine for you, I don't know, if someone is not loving you the way you want, if someone does not understand your love language, I don't think you should be with that person. You don't have to force things all the time, but at the end of the day, communicate.
Very, very true. Let him know. Not with anger, not with any kind of, attitude, just on a day when you feel like he's relaxed. Tell him you would like to have a laid back conversation with him. Have a smile on your face, because men don't like confrontation and we women like to do that. So men do not, if they see that you're trying to confront them, they shut down. So make sure it's laid back, make sure you are not in a bad mood, make sure he's not in a bad mood, and try and communicate and let him know what your feelings are about that. And if it's still not working, then there's always counseling. It's just that I know that a lot of Black men reject counseling. But one thing I do want you to know about the counseling is, if you ask a man to go to counseling for anything and he refuses, let me just tell you upfront what that means. He does not value the relationship. Okay? Because counseling is not about male ego or I'm too soft, I want to be masculine. No. If he wants to fight for the relationship, if he wants you in his life at all costs, he will go to counseling. So once a man tells you he's not going to counseling, he doesn't care about the relationship. So there's your answer. Next question. If your husband doesn't support your dreams, what action should you take? Amaka?
If your husband doesn't support your dreams, what action should you take? That is why I always say, know who you marry. Know who you marry before you end up with someone. Like there are some kind of conversation you guys should have. I think that your dream should have been something you wanted to do for a very long time, even before you got married. So if you've spoken to him about it and he's not okay with it, okay, maybe you've spoken to him about it before you guys got married, and now he's like, no, I don't want you to do this, and you're like, but we spoke about this whole thing before and you agreed. I'll say, stand your ground. Oh. I don't know, but I'm this kind of person that you can't change my mind, and we've spoke about this before, and now you're telling me no, that I cannot do it. Well, every situation has two sides. Maybe you should have a reason for telling you why you should not do this. But I don't know, no one to stop you from achieving whatever it is you want to. All I can say is, if you look at its reasons and it's reasonable, maybe you should think about it. But I don't know. Nobody can stop me from achieving my dreams, though.
Me too. That's me too. You're right, Amaka. What I want to say to you, Sherry, that asked the question is, as long as you don't need anything material from him in order to achieve the dreams, you are an adult. Okay? Marriage is this is why God said we should marry when we are adults. He doesn't ask kids to get married. Okay? So if you are an adult, your husband is your husband. He's not your dad. Okay? And I'm even sure once you become an adult, your dad also does not even have the right to tell you not to do something. True or false? No. What your dad will do is give you advice. And he will say, it's up to you to do what you would like to do. So Your husband should never, ever, ever stop you from achieving your dreams. Now, if you're looking for funding from him or money from him, then there you go. That's your problem. If you don't need funding from him and you just need his support, and you absolutely want to do that thing that you want to do, whether your husband thinks it's a good idea or bad idea, that's not his problem because you're not a child. Okay? And if it ends up being a bad idea and the dream falls flat on your face, then you've learned a lesson. That's fine. So I hope you're understanding this. Unless you need money from him, and if you need money from him, there's your problem. You better go and look for funding from somewhere else and just say, honey, this dream, this goal is really important to me. I've had it for a long time. All I'm just telling you is I'm informing you that I'm going to do it. Okay? So I would like your support, but if you don't want to support me, that's fine too. But I'm sorry, I'm an adult. It's a dream I'm very passionate about, and I'm going to go ahead with it. Full stop. Okay? Women, remember that we're not babies. You must always respect your husband. Always. You must always be polite and always respect him, but you must also stand your ground because you're not a child. Should I dissuade my boyfriend from keeping female friends? Yes. Okay? I say this all the time. Okay? If the tides were turned, if you were the one having a bunch of male friends that you text and call anytime, or go out on dates with, well, not dates, or go out, for entertainment with, just whatever, hanging out with, and you keep telling your boyfriend, oh, no, but they're just my friends. How do you think he would feel about it? There's no man that would accept that. No man, I'm telling you, unless he's just a man who's also just using you for sex. The only kind of man that would accept that is a man who's just using you for sex or using you for something. But a man who's taking you seriously, who wants a fully committed relationship and marriage with you, will not accept it. I stand my ground. I don't care what anybody says. Men and women cannot be close friends. It's not possible. One of them will always have some romantic intention. It may not be both people. You may think, like, I may have a male friend and I'm thinking, well, he's just a friend. I don't have any romantic inclination towards him, but he does. So, should I dissuade my boyfriend from keeping female friends? Absolutely. When I met my husband of today, it's one of the things I discussed with him. I still remind him of that day. I told him, I said, I know you're a 50, how old was he then? 50, late 50s. I said, I know you're a 50-something-year-old man, and I know you've been single and you may have female friends, but now that you're dating me, you know they cannot be your friends. You cannot be texting them or WhatsApping them or anything anymore. It's like I told him, it's your decision. If you still want to keep female friends, I'm not the woman for you. And I told him, I said, because how would you feel if I still had a bunch of male friends from my single and divorced years and I'm still texting, messaging them? How would you feel? And he's like, you're right. Once you throw it back at them, they will agree. So it's a red flag. Zombie EXO, I'm glad you're here. God sent you here. It's a red flag. Stand your ground. Let him know that you do not believe in it, and you do not believe men and women can be friends. I don't care what anybody tells you. Even if he doesn't have romantic ideas, those women have something in their mind. Even if they're married women, yes. Married women cheat too. So that's the answer. Amaka, I'm going to give you 2 more questions, then I'm going to let you go because I don't want to keep you too long. Okay? How do you handle a husband that has repeatedly cheated with several different women and recently apologized and expects you to accept and let bygones be bygones?
Wow, that's huge. Wow. Well, all I'll say is a lot of people, um, cheating is not their deal breaker. So many cases, I always speak for myself. So many people, cheating is not their deal breaker. So I don't know, someone that cheated on you severally and comes to beg you and say he's sorry. See, I'll say something. Men don't understand. Why did you cheat on me? Why did you sleep with her? Am I not enough for you? Men don't understand that. Men don't understand. You're not supposed to be doing this to me. I am the mother of your kids. Men don't understand tears. What men understand is consequences. Men don't they don't get it. They get it when they get it. They don't get it. So your tears, even for all those times he has been cheating, he has been begging you, right? He has been saying sorry. I don't think this one makes any difference. So all I'll say is don't make it easy. The first time he tell you, you say sorry, you say okay, no problem, he has changed. The second time he says sorry, you say okay, maybe he has changed. How do you think you will continue to do it and you will continue to beg? Now, the only thing you can do as a woman is to make a man face the consequences. Maybe cheating might not be your deal breaker, no problem. But as someone that cheating is not maybe your deal breaker, if a man cheats on you the first time, the second time, take your time away from him, separate from him, even if you have kids. Even if you have someone say no, you leave. There are so many people that cheating is not their deal breaker. Take it or leave it. So many people. But to me, if someone cheats on me once, I'll leave. I will leave. Because maybe one day you bring diseases to me. You bring STIs and STD. So so many people have I've seen so many people that say cheating is not my deal breaker. If you like, let him cheat. If you want to do anything, we use CB. So many people. So sometimes when we give advice, we just give people hope. For left for me, I'll say leave. But if cheating is not your deal breaker, please separate from that man. Don't make things easy for him. Separate from him. But I don't think someone just changes overnight. Men are slaves to their patterns. Men are slaves to their patterns. So I don't think he will change. To me, I don't think. Maybe you're looking for somebody to maybe control you or give you hope. This cheating, wahala. I don't think anybody changes from that one. I don't think it's very hard.
Amaka,
Even,
Amaka,
even
let me tell you something. Do you know why cheating has gone out of hand so much? Do you know why men are just cheating anyhow?
because there are no consequences.
Because women are saying with their own mouth that cheating is not a deal breaker. Women have completely lost it. Women have completely lost their self-worth. They've lost their self-esteem. They've completely lost it. This is why men are doing whatever they want, because they know that women will stay there. We teach people, we train people, we teach people how to treat us, women. So if men are cheating, they are cheating because we accept it. They are cheating because we are saying out of our own mouths that cheating is not a deal breaker. If cheating is not a deal breaker, what else would be a deal breaker? You took your vows to each other, okay? So women, I'm not even blaming men for this anymore. Cheating, women don't want to hear that when a man cheats, it's the fault of a woman. But Iyabo Webzel, I'm saying it out here now in the public forum, that there's now a pandemic of cheating men especially cheating black men, because again, it's most of us are black women, cheating black men. Why? Because women are actually verbalizing from their mouths that cheating is not a deal breaker for them. If he wants, he can cheat. Can you imagine? I mean, how low can your self-worth be? You know, how bad can your self-worth be that you sit in a marriage where a man is cheating on you? I mean, it makes me furious that women have so belittled themselves to that extent. If you're a woman on this live or you're watching the replay, can you please, for the sake of our daughters, for the sake of our granddaughters and multiple generations to come, can you please stop saying it from your mouth that cheating is not a deal breaker? Can you stop saying, can you,
Mama,
what?
you know I told you that I got married early
I don't
and I left.
even remember. Oh, I think you did tell me, yeah.
Now when I left, it was a case of cheating and domestic violence. Now when I left, okay, my sister-in-law was like, as long as you are getting what you want, as long as he's providing for you, as long as he's doing
No,
this for you, as long as
no,
you
no, no,
so
no,
now
no, no. Then how are you better than a prostitute? Women, that what makes you as a wife different from a prostitute? If you're staying with a man who's cheating on you, but you're saying you're just going to keep your mouth zipped up as long as he provides money, how is that not prostitution? I'm sorry, that is prostitution. As far as I'm concerned, you're staying with him, he's sleeping with anybody he wants, but you're staying because of money.
prostitutes are even better than you. Prostitutes are better than you. Prostitutes are better than you because this man will bring diseases to you. You're not using condom with him.
It's just it's I'm telling you, women, this is getting out of hand. We are the ones allowing these men to do this. Where has the self-worth and self-esteem of women gone to? Why do you guys put so much weight on being married? I'm sorry, I don't understand it. Why is marriage so important to women? Why are women validating themselves because of marriage? I'm a happy woman single and I'm a happy woman married. Why? Because I am the denominator. I'm a happy woman married. Women, I'm sorry, but I'm just going to leave this topic. But this has to stop. Stop staying with men that do not value you. It is getting out of hand. The next question comes from a woman, Amaka, who has asked us about 3 or 4 questions, and I can tell that this woman is in a very toxic and abusive and terrible marriage. And before I answer this question, I want to tell you, okay, that you are better than this. You are worth more than this. This marriage you're in is a terrible one. God sent you to this life for a reason. It is time for you to count your losses and leave. I don't care if you have 5 children or 20 children. It is time for you to count your losses and leave, because you're living in hell and you don't know it. The next question, she's saying that her husband is always sexting his ex. And when she catches him sexting his ex, sharing porn videos and all of that, he says that when he sexts his ex, his finances improve. So that's why he's sexting his ex. I read that question over and over and over, and I almost started crying. The lady that is asking that question, you've asked 2 or 3 questions before that were also heartbreaking, okay? Your husband has totally ruined your self-esteem, and he has totally, in his own way, devalued you. But in God's eyes, you're still a woman of value. So before this man runs you crazier, I ask that you start planning your exit from that marriage. I'm not even going to ask Amaka to answer that question, because anybody who reads that statement knows that you're in a toxic marriage. You're in a what I call a hellish marriage. If your husband is sexting an ex and the ex is married and he doesn't even hide it and you can see it, you can see that he's sexting him. You are better off single for the rest of your life than being married to such a man. Okay? You're better off being single. I read it and I almost started to tear up, because I just don't understand. There's so many questions here. Amaka, I want to respect your time. You can leave anytime. I will take the questions because I always want to make sure that I respect women's questions. But if you want to stay and hang on with me, you can. Okay?
Fine, no problem.
You can. Ah, ah. How do I recognize who to, who is good to say yes to for a first date? Okay, let me answer that one quickly. Let me tell you something. Dating is practice, and this is going to be controversial. Many people are going to tell you not to do this. Dating is practice. It's not everybody you date that you feel you can get married to, but sometimes just date for fun. Just date because you want to get dressed, you want to go out for a nice meal, you want to be entertained, you want to feel feminine, and you just want to see what's out there. Don't overthink it. Okay? So, who is good to say yes to a first date to? If you feel the guy is, checks 2 out of 10 or 3 out of 10 of your deal breakers, go out and have fun, enjoy a free meal, as long as you're not paying. Oh, don't pay for any first date. Me, Amaka, I enjoyed dates. Oh my goodness, I went to, they took me to the best restaurants, I'll get dressed. No, it was my own. I enjoyed dates. I was just, go and enjoy yourselves, because out of all those ones, you meet a guy that you feel like, oh, I actually didn't think he was my type, but I'm actually falling in love with him. This guy is actually nice. So, women, stop with the overthinking. Dating is not a science project. It's not just have fun, relax, enjoy the dates. If you didn't like him, you've had a good meal. Uh, Abby, Amaka, please.
I love free food. I love free food.
Me too. Me too. So, I love free food. Just enjoy yourself. First date, just don't pay. Don't. And if the man asks you to pay, say you don't have money. And if both of you don't have money, go inside the kitchen and go and wash plates. Just know you'll never see him again. It's true. Okay. What sort of content should I delete from my social media account if I want a good man to pursue me? Do you want to take that one, Amaka?
What?
What sort of content should I delete from my social media account if I want a good man to pursue me?
Like on her
On
page
her
or
page. Yeah, on her social media page. What kind of content should she not have there?
depends on the kind of person she is, depends on what she does. Well, all I'll say is quality men are looking for a certain type of women, and I'll also say good to this person means bad to the other person. Bad to this person means good to someone else. All I'll just say is just be you, just be decent. That's all I'll say. Just be decent.
Yeah, that's it
I
really.
don't know, but just be decent. That's all I can say.
Yeah. Be yourself, be true to yourself, be authentic and be decent. Though yeah, and also for me, make sure you have some full length pictures. Some women are looking for men to pursue them from online platforms, but they only have their face. I mean, how am I going to assess whether I'm physically attracted to you if all I see is my face? Have some full length pictures there as well, but be decent, be classy. You don't have to sit down with your whole female parts out there. Some women take pictures and they sit down with their whole everything like this, and I'm like, is this a porn platform or what is it? So just be decent. Amaka, I'm always making you laugh. I guess this is how I make people laugh. Sometimes when I put up serious posts, women will be laughing, and I'm like, what's funny? I guess when I'm serious, I'm also funny. Because sometimes I put up a serious post and I'll be seeing women commenting with laughing face. And I'm like, but I didn't crack a joke. What's funny? So,
Kind of, it's the way you say it. It sounds sarcastic sometimes. So
laughter is good. Laughter is good. Okay, so this lady says, what do I do after an argument? I apologize, but he ignores me. I know those ones. Amaka, what does she do? They had an argument, she apologized, and he's still ignoring her. What should she do?
just let him be. That's all. Just let him be. As long as you've apologized, just let him be. Don't go and start because sometimes when men do this, they want you to chase, they rest and want you to chase. So when you apologize, let him be. If you are staying in his house, just go home. Let him be. As long as you have apologized, you are truly sorry, let him come around. And if he doesn't come around, let him be.
First of all, make sure you're even apologizing for something you did wrong, because women have the habit of apologizing for what he did wrong. So that's the first thing. If it's something you did wrong, like Amaka said, let it be, just ignore him and move on. You've done your part. But please, women, do not apologize for what you did not do wrong. Please, that's low self-esteem. Yeah. What are deal breakers in the dating stage? Deal breakers in the dating stage are deal breakers that you create for yourself. But if you want to hear my own deal breakers for you, okay? Deal breaker in the dating stage is, please make sure you date a man that has a father figure, that has a positive father figure. I will keep on saying that over and over and over. If he talks about his mommy in every half sentence, run and don't look back. I'm not saying that men should not respect their mommy, but once you become an adult, you cannot be saying every sentence, my mom did this, and my mom did that, and when I was cooking with my mom, and you're going to marry his mom, you're not going to marry him. Other deal breakers are consistency. A man who is, you hear from him today, you don't hear from him for another 2 weeks, you're wasting your time. He's not interested in you. He's just, he has other women that he's chasing. So consistency, trust building, deal breakers. I think you know the answer to this. Deal breakers, I've told you the two very important ones. Avoid mommy's boy, make sure he has a father figure in his life. And then deal breakers will be deal breakers you create. Some people want a man who is a Christian, who goes to church every Sunday. Some don't care. So you have to think of the deal breakers for yourself. But the man has to be consistent, and he has to be, he has to be making time for you and making you a priority. What do I do with somebody who is working all the time and tells me, I'm not looking for a relationship, I'm focusing on my musical career and my child right now? Leave him and go away. He has told you the answer. What else do you want to hear? Okay, women, if a man tells you, I'm not looking for a relationship, do you know what that means? He's not looking for a relationship with you. Okay. Yes, you could see him tomorrow in a relationship with another woman. Yes, why? Because he does not want a relationship with you. He has told you. What else do you want to hear? Before you guys start laughing, it's true. Why do women hear A from men, and then they believe that they heard Z? Can you tell us about that, Amaka? Why do women will hear men say A, and in their minds they are believing he said Z? Why is that?
We like to convince ourselves that, okay, as long as I'm here, this guy will change for me. As long as I'm doing this guy will change for me. Okay, maybe even if he has said no, even if he has said, okay, I'm not ready for this, you'll be like, okay, maybe if I cook for him, he'll he will change his mind. Maybe if I do this for him, he will change. We always like to convince ourselves that if we do this, okay, maybe he's going to have a change of mind. Let me use example like a woman that sees a man, and this man, she knows his ex. Okay, she knows his other exes, and he's known for hitting women, beating women, and now she's like she's like telling her friend, oh, it seems like I like this guy and I want to get into a relationship with him. And that friend will be like, huh, this guy is not good for you. This guy, if you get into a relationship with this guy, he's going to hit you. You become another story of domestic violence. She'll be like, ah no, me, I'm different. If I go there, he will like me. So we like to convince ourselves that okay, I'll be a change. I'm different. They say the cane where they flog first wife, the second wife they hide the cane. I don't know how they say that in Yoruba, but we like to convince ourselves that we are different, which comes out from a place of low self-esteem.
Yeah, yeah,
Body,
yeah.
low
If
self-esteem.
a man says, I don't want a relationship, it means he doesn't want a relationship with you. So move on, leave him and move on immediately. Are we supposed to encourage going out on dates with other people when we're in a committed relationship? But that's cheating. What do you mean by that? Did you hear that question, Amaka?
No, ma,
Did you
I don't know what's
did you
wrong.
hear it?
No, I didn't get it.
Are we supposed to encourage going out on dates with other people when we're in a committed relationship?
No.
No, but I'm missing. Am I missing something? Why would anybody even ask that question? I'm so sorry. I'm not trying to be disrespectful to you, the lady that asked it. But did she type the question wrong? Maybe because if you're in a committed relationship, why should you be going out on dates with other people? That's cheating.
You shouldn't be going on a date when you are exclusive with someone.
Yeah. No, 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 no. Once you both decide you're exclusive, you have to. And this brings me to the next question. There's a woman there that said when she was getting divorced, all her friends were telling her that she's silly. Why did she file for divorce? She should have stayed and also just started cheating as well. I think I'm losing Amaka here. Women, please don't do that. Two wrongs don't make a right. Because your husband is sinning, and he's cheating on you, you now want to retaliate by cheating. I mean, what kind of life is that? Amaka, did you hear that one with the lady said that when she was getting a divorce, her friends told her that she should have stayed in the marriage and just started cheating as well.
No, it's not all right. I think I saw that statement. I saw that question.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. So please don't do that. Okay, I'm going to do two more questions and then I'm out of here. We'll do. It seems like you guys like this Q&A, so I'll come on more often to do Q&As. But I still want, Amaka, if you're going to go, don't go yet because I want you to actually touch on self-esteem and relationships and all of what's going on. So please don't go yet. But let me quickly answer these ones. How can you be sure that your long distance relationship is going to work out and lead to marriage? I'm not a fan of long distance relationships. They are very, very stressful. They're very anxiety bringing. They give you sleepless nights. They're just, I'm not saying they never work. A few do work. There are many people that will tell you, oh, but we had a long distance relationship, but you know what? When you're in the same city or same town as your boyfriend, it's already quite hard. You have to build trust. You have to be consistent with seeing each other. So if you can avoid long distance relationships, please avoid them. But if you don't want to avoid them, I just want to warn you that it's going to give you a lot of sleepless nights, a lot of heartache, and because it's going to be hard for you to trust the man. So how do I know that a long distance relationship is going to lead to marriage? I don't know because I'm not God. But I just want to tell you that they're very, 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 very difficult. And a lot of them do end up in infidelity and cheating. How can we differentiate between inconsistency and a man that has an anxious attachment? Okay. Let's stop with the excuses. Let's stop with the big psychiatric diagnosis for men. He's shy. He has an anxious attachment. He just doesn't know how to chase women. And he has a traumatic background. And his dad wasn't there for him. Let me tell you something. Do you want to be a wife or a doctor or a therapist to your husband? Do you want to be a wife and a life partner, or do you want to be his therapist and mother and everything else? Okay? He doesn't have any anxious attachments. Do you know what's going on? He's not into you. The man is inconsistent. My dear sister or daughter or niece that asked that question, Nelak, he's inconsistent because he's not into you. He's not interested in being in a relationship with you. When he meets a woman that he wants to be in a relationship with, he's not going to have any anxious attachment. Men don't have any anxious attachment, anything. When they see a woman they love, they chase that woman. They jump over the biggest mountain and the biggest river and the biggest ocean to be with the woman. He's not into you. Move on. Amaka, give us some advice, anything that comes to mind about why self-esteem and healthy relationships and healthy marriages are so important. We've talked a lot today about self-esteem. What is going on with self-esteem and women?
Well, I'll say let's talk about low self-esteem. Now, low self-esteem starts from parenting, upbringing. Now you come to a home where there's a girl child and there's a boy child. Now you see, okay, let's say there is Ada is the girl child and Emeka is the boy child. Now we got back from church. Mommy is like, what did Ada come and do this in the kitchen? Emeka is in the parlor, maybe playing video games or seeing a movie. Ada, come and cook. Ada, come and pound this crayfish. Ada, come and do this. And Ada is like, oh, mommy, now Emeka is here now. I'll call Emeka so that Emeka will come and help me. Then the next thing the mother says is, don't you know you are a woman? Don't you know that you get married one day? Don't you know that you be in your husband's house? If you continue like this, you will not get married. If you continue like this, you will not see a man that will like you. Now, what you are telling that girl now is, if you don't do this, a man will not like you. If you don't do that, you will not get married. Now she's registering that in her head that, okay, I have to do this for a man to like me. I have to do that for a man to like me. And if I don't do this, I will not have a man in my life. Now, what are you telling that girl? That her life is, she's living her life for men. She will not have that sense of self-worth. Whatever she's doing in her life, she's doing it to please somebody. Whatever she's doing it to please another person, not because of her. Now, we grew up in a society whereby they put women in a lot of fear. If you don't do this, you will not see who to get married to you. If you don't do this person will not like you. You have to do this for this person to like you. Now, when someone is talking down on you, you can't even say anything because this was how you were brought up. You don't have a mind of your own. Whatever you seek validation, that need for validation. Someone needs to validate you before you can feel okay. Somebody has to tell you you are beautiful before you know you are beautiful. If it's not coming from anyone, you can't even look yourself in the mirror and say you are beautiful. Maybe you keep living on that validation. The day someone just like make a little joke, you say you're not even fine, you know fine. That day your spirit will come down.
Yeah.
Your self-esteem will come down.
Yeah.
Someone needs to say things to you before you can believe. Someone needs to tell you that you are this before you can believe that this is what you don't have a mind of your own. You live on people's values. It starts from upbringing. It starts from parenting. And
Amaka, you're frozen. I can't hear you anymore.
always making them live for men. The woman does not have a mind of her own. As long as she's not doing this for a man, she's not supposed to be doing it at all. Which is not supposed to be like that. It's not supposed to be so. You should teach your girls, this is who you are. You are beautiful, you are strong, you don't need validation from anyone. You are beautiful, you are bold. You need to chase your dreams.
Yes.
The kind of people you need to have in your life are people that compliment you.
Yes.
People telling you like a bonus to you because you know who you are. Someone does not have to tell you that you are great before you know you are.
Yes.
I don't know if you get what I'm
I'm
trying to say, ma.
getting it. Everybody's getting it. Amaka, you're like the wisest 26-year-old I've ever met. Oh my gosh. Aside from my daughter, though, I have a 26-year-old daughter. Aside from my daughter, both of you, you and Rennie, you and Rennie are the wisest 26-year-olds I've ever seen. Oh, well, you said it. You said it. All of that low self-esteem starts from childhood, but my worry and my fear is that it's not getting better. With the generations, it's getting worse because women, their self-esteem is getting even worse and worse and worse, and those are the same women that are raising sons, that are raising daughters. So this is what, to me, it's like, what kind of life are our grandchildren going to have? Because women, their self-esteem is getting lower and lower and lower. So if this parenting self-esteem, if this self-esteem in women starts from parenting, then it's it's I say it all the time on my in my content. You guys hear that it's women who tell other women to stay in abusive relationships. There's another question that popped up now again. A woman who said that she left her marriage because of emotional abuse and because of cheating, and all her friends are telling her to go back because there was no physical abuse. So it's all of this nonsense out there, all of this nonsense advice. This is why I keep posting on my page that common sense and wisdom are rare. Okay, common sense and wisdom are rare, and there's a lot of foolishness and ignorance out there. So women, be careful who your friends are. Honestly, I would rather have no friends than surround myself with foolishness. So women, be very, very careful. That woman that said she left her marriage because of emotional abuse and cheating, and they're telling her to go back, listen to me. Do not go back. Yeah, everybody is even telling her, all of the people on this live, thank you, my community. Everybody is telling her, focus, move on, focus on yourself, love yourself, and you'll meet somebody who will value you. Thank you, community. This is why I love my community. You are part of my community, Amaka. This is why I love my community. All of the women in my community. Every time you guys post comments, I'm like, yeah. Women are learning. Women in my everybody needs to come to Dr. Iyabo's community, honestly, because women are learning a lot of nonsense out there. As per the cheating, Amaka, the lady that said that her friends told her to cheat as well if her husband is cheating. She said, what if it's actually her husband that tells her that she should also cheat as well so that they can both be cheating?
That's not right, though. That's not right. Because
this world, the
Please,
world has
please.
completely scattered. What kind of world are we living in now? It's like sin, right, left, center. What is going on in the wilderness? Hey, God help us. Imagine, imagine the lady that asked that question. You can answer the question yourself. You are currently in a hellish marriage. Hell, Hell. Okay? Please, women, all of you that are in all these sinful, hellish marriages, please leave and cleanse yourself of all of this toxicity. Take 2 years off from dating. Focus on your life. Focus on your children. Focus on cleansing your spirit. Focus on renewing your mind from all of this nonsense that you have acquired from all of these toxic marriages. Amaka, give us a word and we're out of here. Women, I hope you enjoy this. Before you even start, Amaka, women and Amaka, I'm actually going to post this replay on my YouTube. It's too long to be on Instagram. YouTube is where long form videos do the best. So I'm going to post it on my YouTube, but I'm all through in the next several days, I'm going to be posting snippets on my Instagram. But if you want to watch, if you're just joining, this video is wisdom packed of relationship advice, and Amaka gave us Dr. Falake. Hi there, lovey. Hi, Dr. Falake. That's one of my women. So if you want to watch the replay, please go to my YouTube in about 10 to 15 minutes. It will be on there, but I'll post snippets here and there. And Amaka gave us so much wisdom from this beautiful 26-year-old. The man that treated you badly in your marriage, he doesn't know what he lost, because the man that is going to find you, the man that is going to find you has found a gem. You're beautiful, you're smart, you're wise, everything. So Amaka, give us some words of wisdom and we will call it a day. This has been intense.
Okay. I just want to say to women, mostly women community, your mental health is important. No matter what, do not let anyone make you feel less of yourself. If where you are it's not helping you, it's not helping your mental health, please leave. Because I tell this to most women that are in narcissistic marriages and relationships. If you keep staying there and you leave and you get into another relationship, you start exhibiting that narcissistic traits.
Yes.
I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say, ma.
Yes, we do.
Start exhibiting that trait. If you are in a narcissistic relationship or marriage, and you get, maybe you leave that relationship and you don't heal, you don't go for counseling, you don't go for anyone to like coach you on how to move on. When you get into another relationship, you start exhibiting that trait, which you don't want for
It's
yourself.
true.
It will take a long time to heal. So you are strong, you are beautiful, you can do it. Even if you are in an abusive marriage and you are looking this way, you look that way, no one to help, please leave. There are so many women that left with nothing and they are doing good today. Don't make excuses. I'm staying for my kids. I'm staying because I don't have anything. Leave. Leave. Somebody will accept. That's why we always say, please do something for yourself before you get married.
Yes.
Do something for yourself before you get married. You're not doing something for yourself. Nobody wants to divorce. Nobody wants a divorce.
Yeah.
But there are rainy days. You're not praying for those rainy days, but you should always have a plan B. As a woman, you should always have a plan B. As long as you are dealing with human beings can disappoint you anytime. So all I'll say is, please do not stay in abusive relationship. Do not stay. Do not stay there and be hoping for change. People don't change overnight. Someone cannot continue to cheat on you and you are there hoping that you change. Please stop praying for people that are cheating. Stop praying for cheating men. Please. Pray
Amaka,
for God to
say that again, louder. Say it again.
stop praying for cheating men, please. We need to stop it. We need to stop. Stop praying for cheating men. Pray he will change. Pray he's going to do this. Go get into war room and do this one and do that one. Watch war room, part one, part two, and part three. Please, let's stop praying for cheating men. Channel your prayer to yourself, into your life. God, help my business. God, show me what to
Yeah.
do. God, help me financially. Stop saying, God, make my husband to stop cheating on me. That girl is cheating on, break her leg, blind her eyes. Stop it.
Oh, no, 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 no. Never say that kind of prayer. Do women say that kind of prayer? Oh,
Yes, they do.
no. Oh, no, no,
God,
no, no, no. How can, but how do they
help
think God will answer that kind of prayer? You're praying for your husband to stop cheating and you're praying bad things to happen to the person he's cheating with. What?
us.
How is God going to answer that kind of prayer? That is evil multiplied by evil multiplied by evil. Oh gosh.
That is why I always say women should like this kind of page. Women should follow pages like this so that they will learn. Because
Mhm.
at the end of people don't want to learn. Some people are triggered. Once they see things like this, they are triggered. Forgetting that you see that thing that triggers you, pay attention to it. Pay
Yes. Yes.
attention to it.
Yeah.
That's where
Whatever triggers you is where your healing lies. Whatever makes you angry and whatever triggers you, because read the Bible. And this is coming from somebody that when I was younger I used to get angry a lot, but as I've gotten older and wiser I have changed. Anger never leads to anything good. So if you're getting angry, you're getting triggered, there's healing there that you need to do. You need to calm your spirit. A calm spirit is a spirit that will be connected to God. If you want to get closer to God, if you want Him to speak to you, God speaks to me all the time. Why? Because I have healed and I have learned how to calm my spirit. So God speaks to me all the time. When I go for walks, when I'm in the shower, when I'm laying on the sofa, I hear His voice. He gives me messages about women, about what I need to talk about. He talks to me all the time. Why is He able to get through to me? Because I have calmed my spirit. So, women, if you're in a relationship that is making you angry and triggered and upset all the time, you need to leave that relationship because you're not going to be able to get through to God because you need a calm spirit in order for God to get through to you. There's a lady, Bumblebee. Bumblebee, you've asked me a lot of questions today. Let me write down your handle. You and the other lady, I can tell that you both need my one-on-one coaching. Bumblebee, you've asked me many questions about dating, and I can tell that you're struggling with dating. You're asking me that why would a man ask you on a first date and then tell you he's not ready for a relationship? Because he didn't like what he saw. Bumblebee, you look like a very beautiful woman. I can see your handle. Every single woman that God creates is beautiful, but not everybody is going to accept you, and you just have to be at peace with that. He asked you on the first date, and then he's telling you he's not ready for a relationship because he was not into you. There was no spark. He didn't think you were the one. He's told you the truth. What else do you want to hear? Bumblebee, you have asked me many questions like that, and I'm begging you that you need to come and enroll in my coaching because if you don't, you'll struggle over and over and over with dating because men are telling you what they think and you're finding it hard to believe. This means that you need a lot of help with dating. If you go on a first date and the man says, I'm not ready for a relationship, that means he saw you, he had the dates with you, and he saw that you were not his type and he was not into you, and he's told you he's not ready. And that's fine. I went on many, many dates when I was single where I liked the guy, but I never heard back from the guy. Am I going to be upset about that I'm not good enough. No, but he just wasn't, there were some men I went out on a date with, and I think I used the dating professional dating service at the time, and they told the dating service that I was too heavy for them, even with my size 4, even with my slim self. So what should I do? I should kill myself. I just moved on. I'm like, whatever. They don't know what they're missing. So, Bumblebee, it's not everybody that is going to like you, and that's okay. The person who likes you will love you. When my husband saw me, my future husband, he was like, where have you been all my life? Where he was all over me. Meanwhile, there were some men that saw me that said I'm not skinny enough for them. So, Bumblebee, you need my coaching. You've asked me many questions today that I can tell that you're struggling with coaching. So rather than struggling with coaching, and missing out on the men that will love you, rather than struggling with dating and missing out on the real men that will love you, please come so I can help you, because you've asked at least 4 questions on this live, and they're all about dating. And I'm sorry to say, without due respect, they're all common sense questions that you're asking, but you don't know how, you don't understand how to deal with them. So it's obvious that you need my coaching. So Amaka, my dear Amaka, when are you going to start becoming a relationship coach?
I don't know. I'll work towards that now.
It's not, I'm not asking you this question as a joke. I'm really serious about it. You need to start giving relationship advice. You need to elevate your platform. You need to change your bio. You need to start posting relationship advice, going live on your own, doing reels like I do, posting relationship questions. And as your platform grows, you need to monetize it. It is a gift that is sitting inside you that you need to elevate, because your millions will come from there. Okay? Coming from your 53-year-old big auntie, your big mommy, to your 26-year-old sweet self.
You're my mommy.
Okay. Your 53-year-old
You're not my auntie,
mommy.
you're my mommy.
Okay, your 53-year-old mommy. So please, please take this advice and run with it. Start creating dating and relationship and marriage content. And in the next 3 to 6 months, I want to see you monetize it, because it is inside of you. All of the questions you have answered today, you answered them exactly how I would answer them.
It's all right.
So, love you all. We were on here for 2 hours. You guys need, Amaka and I are going to send you a bill. Okay, Amaka, how much should we charge them for these 2 hours? Maybe $10,000. Yeah, maybe $10,000. Let's all of them need to contribute money and just send us a check for 10,000. I'll give you 5. I'll take 5, and yeah. So everybody, just start contributing the money and mail the check to my DM, okay? And I will share it with Amaka. Anyway, Amaka, thank you very much. I really loved this conversation with you, and I hope you'll come back again, because I will invite you back. Will you come back?
Of course I will.
Okay.
Of course.
Okay, so I'll invite you back, and hopefully we'll be able to get somebody else with us, because we couldn't get Memuna with us. But everybody, love you all. The replay will be on YouTube. Just search Dr. Iyabo Webzel on YouTube. Love you all. Amaka, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma.
Thanks.
Have a great night.
Bye.